Hello everybody, Bob6983 here, and we are here for a brand new series on the channel. I keep getting used to saying back for, but yeah, we're here for a new series on the channel. If you couldn't already tell, or if you have never seen this game before, this is Kirby's Return to Dreamland, hence the title being shown up on the screen. This is supposed to be a multiplayer game. However, you can absolutely play through single player. This was supposed to be the multiplayer game on the channel maybe like a year ago. However, plans have changed. This time, to I guess spice things up, since there are no multiple people to make it hectic, or I guess more fun, I'm going to do a regular mode, or I guess not a regular mode, but a regular playthrough solo. But as you can see, I'm booting up a file with already a percentage on it, which is unheard of for the channel, but I'm gonna go ahead and boot this up. I have a one-time chance to go through this, because otherwise I'm going to have to replay through this whole game again in a day, and I'm really not going to like that. So let's, fingers crossed, everything goes well on this series. So what I'm gonna do is, as you can see, the story is already complete for this side. However, the extra mode is over here complete, or not complete, but available to us. So I am going to do a extra mode of Kirby's Return to Dreamland. That way the difficulty's higher, and I'm a bit more on my toes. I know everything about this game for the majority, like 80% of it I know to a T. So I guess this is just a way to spice things up. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm gonna try to not make this like let's play style. Like as you can see here, I'm gonna try not to do that. But, you know, doing as many series on the channel as I have already done, it's just clockwork at this point, and it's very tricky to get myself out of that mindset. So bear with me. Speaking of bear with me, I don't know if a lot of you remember, but there's this one girl, I'm not sure what exactly she is, either like creator or I'm not sure. But she was at the Game Awards at one point, for 2 years, I believe, and everybody loved her. She was like a Japanese producer. I think she worked on like Ghosts of Tsushima or something like that, or like the Hong Kong Massacre. One of the two. She worked on one of the two. But she is a rather wholesome, giddy person that everybody was like, "Hey, yo, she's awesome," during the Game Awards. What does it have to do with bear? No. Bear. What it has to do with bear is that one time she was talking during the Game Awards, and she was like, "Oh yeah, my English is bad, so please bear." And then she posed like a bear. I have no idea why that's the connection I had in my brain, but you know what? It's okay. It's fine. We'll make it work. This is just talking while a lot of the stories happening. I guess some stuff that I can talk about while we're waiting for this whole cutscene to complete. That way, you know, we can probably properly get into the gameplay. Is I've been shiny hunting for a Durant in Pokemon Shield, and I am at this point 2,200 eggs into that hunt, and I still have no shiny. I've been hunting this freaking Durant for about 2 weeks now, and I have nothing to show for it. I have perfect IV Durants, but that's not shiny. I'm looking for shiny, and at this point I feel like I should have gotten at least one, maybe two, but no, not even a single one. It's freaking infuriating. But what can you do? It's okay. I went over to look at my notes on my phone to see if there's anything I could talk about, and then just like within the 30 days of me writing notes, I just have a random note that has nothing else on it. It's just a note that says Bogo's Binted and the alien emoji. I don't know what was going on with that, if I'm being honest. True, play together at any time by sharing Joy-Cons. Man, absolutely not. I really, really, really want to play as Bandana Waddle Dee in this, I guess, playthrough. Or I guess Bandana D, as they call him. Bandana D? What does the D stand for? D's nuts. Can't be asking what D stands for. True. If you couldn't tell, the difference between the extra mode and the regular mode is that Kirby has half the HP bar. Enemies are a bit bigger, a bit more violent. So be, I guess, wary about that if you're playing along with me. By the way, if you look in the background, let me zoom out a bit. The giant dabbing tree. If I had to see this, you had to as well. It's the tree that dabs. Anyways, enough of that. Let's continue on ahead. This Gordo was absolutely not there. I will not be explaining to you all like, oh, this is how you do this with this ability, unless it's like something like very tricky or something I feel like most players don't understand how to do. Like that, what I just did there is just if you're walking regularly and you press the B button and then you press down, you can do like a pogo with the sword. I'm gonna die in a sec if I don't. If I'm not careful. Which would be insane, dying on the very first level of a Kirby game. But yeah, I guess let's continue onwards. Man, if you don't shut yo. But yeah, I'm gonna try to not be like over-explanatory, you know, all that stuff. Because I've done that too much. And this, I guess, let's play playthrough. I'm gonna be doing everything in this game, collecting all 120 spheres. Speak of the devil! There's one sphere. There's 120 to collect. Super Mario 64 style. I was gonna say Super Mario and then just that's it, but I fixed my statement. Let's get rid of this thing. You can press and hold Y to get rid of it, or you can just press the minus button, which is what I like to do to inhale them big blocks. You gotta do, or I guess big enemies is just press and hold the B button like this, or you can just shake if you have gyro controls, or move your left stick. Anyways, no more explanation. None of that. Absolutely not. Or at least I'll try to keep my mouth shut. Because again, I'm not trying to do that. Something I can share, since Metroid Fusion is now complete, and I could have shared it there, but since that is a completed series, we can talk about it here instead. Is I was playing Fortnite with one of my friends in North Carolina, and you know, I thought I was talking with her for like 20 minutes. I thought I was talking with her, but instead, hang on, let me go to voicemail real quick. Let me pause the game, because that meter on below Kirby, whenever you get that super hyper ability, whatever it's called, I'm not sure, it starts going down if you just stand there AFKing. So the whole time I was talking with her. If you couldn't tell what that sounded like, she was speaking to Sans Undertale. And yeah, that's not, yeah. And I had no idea. I was just having regular conversation with her. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even know, because she was responding to the stuff that I was saying. Like, she was like, hey, how was your day? And then all she heard was frickin'. And then she responded as if, like, she knew exactly what I was saying as Sans Undertale. And then, like, 20 minutes later, and she was like, you know, the thing you're doing right now reminds me of, like, this thing from TikTok. And I'm like, what thing that I'm doing? And I go to check my voice mod, and the freaking filter's on. And I'm like, oh my God, I could have sworn I was having the most, like, genuine conversation with you. I thought the reason you weren't responding to my jokes is because maybe my jokes weren't landing, but it's because you were just like, you couldn't hear what I was saying. And I was like, why didn't you say something sooner? And I was like, oh my God, we had like this full-blown conversation for 20 minutes, and you were responding like if you were like, ah, yeah, I understand what you're saying. And I was just like, oh, I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's just, oh, I'm getting lamer as I'm getting older. But no, it was just, she didn't want to like stop the bit that I was going for, and she was like, man, he's really dedicated to this Sans bit. But like, me none the wiser. It was ridiculous. Oh my God. I really wish I had recorded that, because it was just absolute comedy gold. I love doing this. rolling thing as fire. If you're playing on the regular mode, please move out the way. If you're playing regular mode, for Return to Dreamland, these guys don't have just one eye. Oh shit! They don't also do black holes and whatnot. They don't do that. Yeah, they look slightly different in this one. They just make it harder for you. I highly doubt I'm going to be doing everything for like the Merry Magoland. I'm probably going to show off the mini games just like once, and then that's it. And I'm probably not going to do like the Magolor's Journey, whatever it's called, the other mode, which is just where you're focused as Magolor. If I do that, I'm probably going to make it like a solo series. I'm not sure. Maybe like a continuation. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Ooh, true. By the way, the fireball. Fireball. Hang on.
Fireball.
That's as much as I can play without getting DMCA'd. The way I go up the walls is just push down and then just hold up. Or not even hold up. It's just push down in your attack button and then you just go up the wall. If it doesn't work the first time, then try it again. That's usually how it go. You can just keep going up the wall like this if you just do down and B. You have to kind of hug the wall a little bit. But the rest, it just does it by itself. That's the one move that I will say for fire that I have to explain because it is a bit tricky. And the gold game is a bit trickier too when you are in extra mode and make it a bit more exact with the timing. I've spent 12 minutes on just one stage. This is ridiculous. I feel like maybe this series is going to be a lot shorter than I believe, unless like the later worlds become like longer, I guess. I don't know. Because I feel like I could absolutely complete this world within 20-25 minutes. I'm not sure. I'm gonna show off Leaf, unless I was gonna say unless I got a mix ability, but true. I guess if you are new to Kirby and you have no idea what mix is mix race couple. No, mix is whenever you get, I believe it's 3 or 2 abilities combined. I think it's 3 if it's the same ability, and 2 if it's different abilities. If you inhale them at the same time. Damn. I'm really fumbling right now. If you inhale both of them, then Kirby starts going like randomly through all of his abilities. He goes, and then you just choose a random ability if you can see which ability you want, that is. Or you just press A and then just hope and pray you get a good one. True random cutscene that is meant for nothing other than just the appeal visually. I personally adore Kirby backgrounds. That is kind of why I picked up digital art, I guess art in general back up, because one day I want to be able to make phenomenal art pieces like the Kirby backgrounds, like the ones here, like the ones in Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, the one in Kirby Amazing Mirror. All those backgrounds, they are just so gorgeous. Kirby Triple Deluxe, all of those games, they're just so elegant and beautiful with their backgrounds, and I would love to make stuff like that, or creations similar at least. I would love to learn how to make pastel-looking stuff, or just, I guess, visually appealing stuff. But not looking for, like, to the extreme art, like making it my passion, making it my career. Absolutely not. I don't really see myself doing commissions, but I don't know. That's like, it's like the most maybe I'll do commissions, but no answer ever. It's like the most yes no you've ever heard, like the one from Tyler the Creator when he was being interviewed by Nardwar, and Nardwar was like, please warm my wiener, and he was like, no, but it was like a really yes no. That's the type of answer I'm getting for like commissions. It's like, I really would prefer not to, but if like if I'm like, okay, maybe this one, you know, I could maybe do it, then yes, I will do it. But otherwise, I'm like heavily on the big no. So one thing I don't really understand about Needle when it comes to this game, get this freaking thing out of here. One thing I don't understand about Needle is, so in Kirby Triple Deluxe, you can press down and B, and you do a needle downwards, kind of like this. But in this game, I'm pushing down, and it's not doing it. I don't know why they didn't decide to add that, because, I mean, Kirby Triple Deluxe came out after Kirby's Return to Dreamland, I understand that, but this one came out after, this one came out after that game, but before this remake, I guess. Which, I mean, I feel like you should have just made that ability have that. I don't know why you removed it. Who knows? But, like, they're like, oh, maybe for purists' sake, that way it's, like, exactly like the original. But the thing is, in the original Kirby's Return to Dreamland, you couldn't do this. You couldn't keep going with the beam going forward like that. They upgraded this specifically in this game. You couldn't do this in the original. So they are willing to change how the mechanics work for this game, like with beam. But when it comes to needle, you can't do the big down spike. It's ridiculous. I have no idea why they decided, you know what, we'll change some things, but we won't change it. It's so stupid. True, you kind of look like what the Durant that I need the color for it to be English turned off. Little bit of advice for you all who play Kirby. What you saw me do there is a grapple ability. Beam has one of those. Whip has one of those. Parasol has one of those. It's basically where you grab the star or enemies that are dropped off, and you stand right next to them, press your attack button, and then you grab them and like you toss them in a direction. Those attacks do so much more damage than anything else in your arsenal. I highly recommend use those if you're fighting like big boy hefty bosses, because those stars, if you grab them and throw them, they do so much more than your regular attacks. Me when the Waddle Dee that sells churros. That's actually not what he does. He goes to Merry Magoland. Normally around here is where they would tell you, oh, by the way, you should go to Merry Magoland. I'll do that real quick. Just so we can find like the stamps for like the Magalore stamps. I'm not going to play anything, but you can see some of the progress I made while playing through the game regularly. You can see some of the bosses that have popped up already. But yeah, this is basically like your, this is your fun haha amusement park kind of deal. Or you go to like wind down if you need to, or if you want some abilities or some stuff for the game. If you're like, oh, well, the game's getting a little too tricky, I need to go in and get some items. All that stuff. True, Francesca. Interesting that one was the one that was... whatever. But yeah, Magalore will be like, yeah, this is the park I do. Yeah, I host this. Yeah, what do you think? I've got a really good thing going on over here. Are you envious? I know you're envious, but like, look at this stuff. Like, oh, it's awesome. It's amazing. I can't find the last Magalore stamp. Every day there is 3 Magalore stamps that pop up on the ground, on the fountain, or wherever, on the castle, just everywhere. Oh, here's the last one. And they give you 5 stamps on your little cards here. At the end of your card, you get a big reward, which is a mask. And you only get 3 for the day. And then over here, if you want to get a good mask to put on, you can. I don't know, man. I really don't know which mask to put on. I really would want to put on a Waddle Dee one. Maybe the Bandana D one, but like a regular Waddle Dee one would be fine. Nah, never mind. Anyways, that's, I guess, all you're gonna get for now. There are missions you can do to like unlock more stamps for your pages and whatnot, but we're not going to get into that. We'll maybe touch on this a bit more later on, but let's go do another level. But yeah, it's interesting that we got the Francesca mask. Huh. Interesting. Oh, plasma! Or spark, I guess. Plasma is what it was in Squeak Squad, I believe. Anyways, if you heard my voice getting like a little like wobbly, for lack of a better term, it's because I'm shaking my Joy-Cons. Because if you shake your Joy-Cons, if you shake your groove thing, if you do that, then you start charging up static electricity. Or if you move around up, down, left, right, you also charge up static electricity around you. And it just serves as a force field, just in case you run into enemies or something is attacking you, like the shot cells over here, the bullets disappear. So it's always nice to have that at all times. It is really, really, really nice to have spark. Let's go ahead and do this. Do this. Red star over there, but it's okay. Keep going down. Yeah. Today I have done a lot of stuff, gotten it off of the checklist. Showered, I shaved, not only just my beard, but in fact my no, absolutely not. No. I don't know what's gotten into me today. I shaved my my armpits, which is a for once. I've always wanted to do that because I'm working out. I kind of want to, you know, flex. Also, you know, not be like, ew, disgusting. You got all this stuff down there. Like, do some maintenance. Like, that's why I did that. And quite frankly, with flexing the muscles, you gotta look nice and pristine as well. So I shaved my beard, shaved, you know, my pits, and we're looking good. And then I did some room cleaning, and then yeah, that's realistically about it. Oh right, I changed how my keyboard and drawing tablet are set up, so that's interesting, I guess. You get out of here. So you guys come around here. No. Okay. Now please, Big Bronto Bert. Ah, true. The Scarfy for real, trying to catch me lacking. Gonna catch me riding dirty? Absolutely not. That one kid absolutely crushed the camera. True, get out of here, Waddle Doo. Doobie doopie doo 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 doo. Yabba dabba doo, or whatever her name is, got so offended about a meme actually dissing and be a young boy. And then and it's so insane because like they're like, it's like an ironic meme where it's actually being like, oh, you know, like she can't sing, but it's actually she's the only one who can sing, and they're like dissing and be a young boy, but you're the one who got offended somehow and made it like a misogyny thing, like a like men agenda. Nah, man, absolutely not. I was gonna say something stupid like agenda these balls in for 5 o'clock or some shit. No, but yeah, it's wild. I'm not a big fan because I'm a human. No, get this thing out of here. I'm not a big fan of this ability festival. Like, it's good for getting stars and 1-ups and all that jazz, but it's just a glorified crash. Ooh, never mind. Thank you for the grapes. But yeah, it's a glorified crash. And I don't know, man. Crash is already in the game, I guess. It's supposed to be like, oh, celebrating Kirby's anniversary, you know. So I hear it's your anniversary. Anybody who's watched that Phineas and Ferb episode. But yeah. True. I guess we'll leave this for next time. I spent a lot longer than I would have anticipated on 3 stages, but I definitely feel like I'm having more fun than I did the very first time I tried recording this. The first time I tried recording this, I was a bit too unhinged. And I'm glad that I was like, nah, we'll try again. Try again. But I guess thank you all so much for watching. Next time on Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, we will be going to stage 4 and defeating the boss, which, I mean, if you've played a Kirby game, 9 times out of 10, the first boss is going to be Wispy Woods. So we're going to do that next time. So until next time, I guess see you all then.